Welcome to Failing Out Loud, my new Iron Man account. I'm here to fail publicly, at PVM, at content creation, and most importantly live with the camera on me. Here I am, showing up before I'm ready. Because Courageous Comfort begins with exposure. Time to go on into the members world, I think. So let's stop at this bank. Let's do the Druidic Ritual. I wonder what the first members quest was. If it was Druidic's Ritual or if other ones came first. Let's see. First RuneScape members quest. Release date. Druidic Ritual, Lost City, Witch's House, Merlin's Crystal, Hero's Quest. So yeah, 2002. 5 member quests had come out. So Druidic Rituals, right when you get in there, that makes sense. Witch's House, Merlin's Crystal for Camelot, no Ardougne quests. And then you had Hero's Quest and Lost City that are different areas of the map. You know, I thought that I started playing in the 2nd grade. February 2002 would have been nearing the end of 2nd grade for me. I remember the Dragon Long being the ultimate goal. You know, Monkey Madness wasn't out yet. I remember that coming and kind of never having the courage to even try to attempt. Like, I definitely didn't do any of these. Like, I think I did Waterfall, but Grand Tree, Underground Pass, no. But yeah, a lot of these quests I never did. Legends Quest, I don't even think I got to there. Priest in Peril 2004, it's interesting. I remember when that came out, I think. Troll Stronghold, I remember in that. Birth Rope and not knowing how to do that and getting smoked, being really afraid of that. Desert Treasure 1 was 2005. Very cool how this game. But yeah, Druidic Ritual is the number 1 on this list. Maybe because alphabetical reasons, but I think that's the first members quest. And so now that we're entering the member side of the world for the first time on this account, we're going to start with essentially the first members quest. One of the 5 first ones. So let's go ahead and do it. So we're gonna need food, and we're also gonna want to just get rid of excess weight. I probably should keep our coins, keep some teleports just in case. Yeah, probably don't need these planks weighing us down, huh? We still got our wine, very good. That should be more than enough. We got our cat. Let's just grab one more. We're probably gonna feed him soon. Make me feel more comfortable. I like these on the side and these more towards the bottom. Kind of getting hyper focused on my setup again for some reason. We need our meat. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Looks like an easy enough quest. The Druidic Ritual. Gate is open. It's a nice ball we can go get. That'd be fun. I don't want to do that quite yet. I want to keep my level low for some reason. Combat level. I want to go into the wilderness and the deep wilderness, and you know, I imagine being a level 11 there might be some pures that are in the 60s and 70s that won't be able to attack me, and so that's kind of my thought there. So yeah, starting Druidic Ritual, I'll talk to Sanfew, maybe he'll make me a serum. Is that where the Sanfew serum comes from? I forgot his name was Sanfew. You asked me like, oh, what's the name of the guy? Sanfew. If it was like a multiple choice thing, I probably would have gotten it. Okay, so let's start walking. I don't know if this cat's gonna interrupt me soon. If I pick it up, it doesn't have any demands, I think. So let's just pick it up while we go down there, so it doesn't interrupt me while any rituals or anything are occurring, and I don't get messed up. So I have no idea what their max hits are. I have 12 hit points. Got these level 22 skeletons. Let's just be on with it. We're a beast, tanking these hits like nothing. Open door. Spam click the prison door. Okay. Bring them to Sanfew. That was very easy, huh? The first members quest. It's even easier than I remember. But this goes to show how much I've grown up since, 2004, 2005, when I was in 4th, 5th grade or whatever. I've done accounts since then, but you kind of don't remember certain experiences as much as the first time. Remember the first and the last, probably. And the in-between, you kind of all jumbles together, huh? It's kind of like words, you can read those words on if this, was return had the U and the T mixed up and the U and the I mixed up and the R and the L mixed up and all these, besides Quag mix, everything else was kind of mixed, you'd be able to still read it. And so that's, I think, how you also read life, is you remember the start and the end, and you can kind of go back and remember the other things too, but sometimes they're a little out of order, and you can kind of get the gist of your experience. There's herb lore unlocked, and we're going to start lamping herb lore all the way up till we get to probably 90. I don't really care too much about herb lore, I think, and the reason why is I think they're called hunter meats, I guess. Let's do that. And these are hunter mixes. So at level 15 hunter, we essentially have super attacks. At 35, it's a 2-dose snowy night mix, but you can actually just not make the mix and they heal 15. So I think that's what we'll use for some decent food. Nice 15 heals. Super strength at 45. And then here's our restore potion, right? It also heals us too. So that's 16 health per inventory spot, while also being 2 restore potions. So that's our restore potion. We don't really need the super restores. We can use sunlight moths. And then here's our prayer potion at level 75. And 75 hunter is not going to be a quick thing to do compared to getting our herb lore up to whatever 38, right? But getting resupplying Renar is going to be a pain in the butt. So instead of getting Renars, we can just go and grab moonlight moths. So this will permanently get us 44 prayer pots. And that's the other thing, is it's 22 flat. So if we don't have a high prayer level, 22 prayer points per sip is actually probably better than a prayer pot. And it gets to showcase more of what RuneScape has to offer. That, hey, they just updated all this RuneScape stuff, right? So they have the Hunters Guild, and they have the Veil Totems, and they have mixology and all that kind of stuff. And I plan on kind of doing a lot of the newer content and seeing how it mixes into an account. So without further ado, let's go on. It says we can do Tower of Life at any point. So let's just see where Tower of Life puts us in. So we need our beer. We forgot to buy beer in a different place. So let's go, and I'll let you guys do some research with me. Why not? So beer, old school RuneScape. So yeah. Spawns, Brimhaven, Desert Shades. I don't know where this is. This is in Alderan. This retreat is Auburn Valley. Okay, so then we can look at shops. We got Varrock, we got all these different places. Falador has them apparently. Oh, so there are some in Ardone. So we're good to just push on. So let's go to, what I wonder is if I could take the boat across to Ardone, if that's going to be quicker than going through White Wolf Mountain. But, maybe this is the more fun route. So might as well just push on through. And, I remember the first time I came up White Wolf Mountain, the frustration of figuring out the path. And, you just kind of come up and then you come down. Looks pretty simple, yeah. I think I would try to click to get lucky. Like, I just click here and it'll work. Well, it didn't always work. I don't know what these wolves are, pretty high level 25, and I thought they were maybe like 67s or something. 38s go here. 57, they can hit 6s. So 6, 5, and we eat a wine. Is it multi? It's a multi-combat, so I let myself get chance not remembering that it was multi. So that was fun. Let's not do that again. That would have been a bummer. And I would have then had to do the walk of shame and paid my coins to get to Ardone. Okay, let's get rid of the wait while we're here, and let's get our hat back. Get to see Miss Phelan out loud. Handy dandy hat. Catherby. Does Catherby or Camelot have a bar? Not that I see. One that sells beer, at least. Let's just push to East Ardone, Lion House Inn. So yeah, we'll make our way over here. Sea Slug. So maybe we should do Sea Slug first. Let's just see what we need for Sea Slug then. This is going to get us a lot of fishing XP. So we need our swamp paste. I could have sworn we bought one, but maybe that disappeared. But I believe every charter has them, so there's probably a charter right here. I didn't bring my money. Shoots. Okay, so there's our money. We lost our swamp paste. Must have been when we died in Rebellion Village. So I think I'm doing much better with making my mistakes today. Oh, didn't work out as planned. Oops, I forgot to do that. Oh, and I'm not getting too frustrated. I think I wanted to explain everything to you guys in that first episode, and I think part of the process is letting you guys use your intelligence and letting you guys kind of understand and make your own myth of what's going on in here. So we got our swamp paste, no enemies to defeat, 7,000 fishing XP. So we'll do this, we'll make our way to Ardone. Yeah, I kind of remember this little spot here. I think that there's some mining stars that will fall here. I think that's where I've, oh, is this grizzly gonna give me some problems? Nope. These are nice grizzlies. Oh, that one's not. Okay, let's talk to Mr. Sweet Caroling. Dun, dun, dun. Good times. Okay, Sea Slug. Talk to Holgart. I'm gonna name my son Holgart. Oh, okay. He wants to fix his boat up. So that's that. That's for apparently. Okay, and then we'll travel. We're off to the fishing platform. We set out on a dangerous expedition. Today, our enemy is a mollusk of mind control, enslaving fishermen as mindless zombies, and one we cannot hope to defeat alone. But one day, with the Templar Knights at our side, we shall launch a heroic crusade, the most righteous war ever waged against seafood. For now, we prepare as best we can. Flavor taints, so we turn to the British cuisine of boiled meats to purify our minds. We cleanse the meat, strip it of flavor, strip it of its tempting control. No flavor, no weakness, no mind control. The Druids demonstrate purification begins in the circle of the cooking pot. The slug whispers, but our palate is subdued, our belly unsettled by a tasteless meal, pure, stoic, ready to cast our salt upon the slug instead. Damp sticks, broken glass, and yeah, I'm having fun now. We're already much more comfortable streaming, not overly concerned about what's going on, and it's all turning out just well. Not sure how much times I should say, failing out loud and courageous comfort, because at a certain point, it's not going to be courageous comfort anymore. It's just going to be comfort. Come on here and stream, but we'll cross that road when it gets crossed, huh? But maybe when it becomes that comfortable, I'll start having more people in chat, and I'll have more and more things I need to balance. And I don't think you're ever supposed to be fully comfortable in social situations with a bunch of different people. I think you can have somewhat of an expectation of who people are and whatnot, but it's kind of like having your baby around a dog. Like, yeah, you trust your dog, and you don't think it could ever mistreat your family or whatever, right? What I'm trying to say is, if you're around people that aren't your family and aren't your close to your friends that you've known for so long, that maybe you should be a little cautious and wary of people. And so even if I get comfortable in front of people on stream, having some caution as an emotion in the form of anxiety or whatever else can manifest in different ways, right? All to say is we're here. And it's not that my emotions and feelings are wrong. It's just they're pointing and guiding me towards something else, right? That, yeah, these different situations and such aren't exactly safe. And that's why you're anxious and you're whatever else. And your reputation's gonna, your reputation does matter. So your ability to perform does matter. And, if people don't think you're reliable, they're not going to rely upon you, and they're not going to want to return the favor, and they'll treat you like a baby, right? That's not an insecurity, or maybe it is an insecurity, but it's not an insecurity that is unfounded. That, yeah, maybe your feelings aren't wrong. And so what I'm trying to do with courageous comfort, with failing out loud, is to let my feelings be what they are, but to overcome them. That's the goal. It's not to mask them. It's to realize them, speak them out loud, and see if I can come up with something a little better.